Okay, so I'm still out here and I decided to start up some fall brassicas while it's still nice outside. And what I'm gonna do is, instead of putting them in cells, I'm gonna start them in these just cheap planters that have been around the house and around the garden. Try not to let you guys fall there. So I have a couple things here. I'm not sure if all of these are going to go in here, but the arugula and this free packet of the mixed lettuce that comes with the green stalk. I got this years ago and I've never planted it. So I want to spread these two along this planter. That's a nice rectangle, little Dollar Tree thing when it was actually $1.25. So that's going to go there. I have Georgia Southern collards that I do not believe I planted any collards. I have to go through my videos, but I refuse to have no collard greens. I already went without the okra, and the collard greens, like, it has to happen. So I want to put them in here, and if I can get 6 to 8 plants to start, what I'll do is allow this to establish here, and then up pot them and put them in the ground like I usually do. Ooh, it's so windy here. Now I only have one red mustard. I did plant some in the green stalk, so I brought this out, but I wasn't quite sure. My main thing to get planted is this, I think it's called Gailan. It's the Chinese broccoli. I have those seeds. I love this stuff. This is amazing. It's probably super nutrient dense. I'm not sure which planter pot I want to plant that in, because I don't know if I planted any cilantro. I have to go back and watch the videos, you guys, but I want to put some cilantro in, and I was thinking of just mixing the cilantro with some of the scarlet kale. Scarlet kale isn't my favorite, but it's so nutrient and anthocyanins. If you can tell, this scarlet kale, like its name, scarlet, but this is actually a purple, full purple. The red Russian kale is a little different than this. It is purple, but it's kind of like just through the veins. This is good, very good for you. So my whole goal this fall is to try and have as many leafy green vegetables that I can planted outside, because the years that I did that, I was able to come outside, just cut and clip. It is $3.99 for 4 ounces of lettuce. Make that make sense. When I know that I have all these lettuce seeds, it's just a little bit of effort, and as long as it grows, I can do the cut and come again method, and then I also can just do a head of lettuce. So all you got to do is just drop the seeds, right? So I think, since I know this grows pretty large, I'm gonna put it in this pink planter. This was around, like, this isn't mine as far as, like, I bought this. There are many planters and things out here in this backyard, so someone's used it a while ago. Right now I'm having a hard time, as I'm looking at these seeds though, deciding if I want to plant this giant Swiss chard or the Tatsoi in this bucket here. And then this also, I think my daughter got me this from something like the Dollar Tree, one of those dollar stores. So I need to put that to use. Not sure how these will all grow, but I do have holes at the bottom, so the moisture should drain out as it needs to. You know what I'm gonna do? I think the Tatsoi mustard I'm gonna put here, and then these here, I'm just gonna get more planters. I have plenty of potting mix, even though I don't have seed starting mix, but I have plenty of potting mix and topsoil. It should work, right? So let's get to planting these right now, because at first, okay, there were no mosquitoes, but now, as I'm standing out here, there are mosquitoes, and I don't have the water. You see the water jugs, and I kid you not, I go back and forth into the house with those 2 water jugs alone, and I water every single thing that you see. So sometimes it's dreadful, because it's probably a good I don't know, I'm walking like 100 feet. So 200 feet, going, walking back and forth, loading the buckets, coming outside. But to me, it's worth it because I can come out here and have some peace. Even with, if you hear the music in the back, I do apologize. But, you know, everybody likes to have their time outside. So my neighbors have the music going. I have Georgia Southern collards here. So I'm going to just put a couple of these seeds on top. And then I'll come back through and put dirt on top of this, and this will be done. Now these seeds are actually fairly new. A lot of times, like I say, a lot of my seeds are old, and that still doesn't mean that the seeds are not good, because seeds do last, certain ones, but my germination rate was getting really bad. So that's the collards. Let's take off the gloves. Like, my hands will be dirty, I'll wash them. It's fine. So here, get some Tatsoi. If you haven't had Tatsoi, research and look up the benefits of Tatsoi. It's so good. And the salad is good. The benefits are amazing. And it's one of those also nutrient-dense type of vegetables. You can also juice it. I actually have juiced them before. And then that's another reason, the juicing. Not necessarily juicing, but, you know, kale. I juice kale. I put it in the smoothies. I make kale chips. And it takes a lot to make a good amount of kale chips. My family likes kale chips with a little nutritional yeast and a little salt. It's so good. And what else do I do with kale? Oh, I cook kale. I just have, you know, I'll do like a baby kale salad or kale and arugula salad. But these prices, to the amount of salad that I eat, sometimes $4. So $1 an ounce of salad. It just, I don't know, it just doesn't make sense to me. All right, so cilantro. Nice little accent you can say with the cilantro. I don't think I planted any of this at all. And if I did, it just didn't germinate. And that could be because these are from 2020. Yeah, these are from 2020. That's not too bad. But the seeds that I have from 2017, I'm trying to like use those because this year I didn't buy any seeds. Well, I bought a few, but compared to what I used to do, I used to literally buy seeds twice a month. So now I have the scarlet kale. I'm gonna put right beside. I'm gonna bring you down lower here. Hold on, try not to let you fall. All right. Can you guys see? All right, so the little tan dots right here are all of the cilantro. I'm gonna add in some scarlet kale. The thing also that's the beauty of these kales, like most brassicas, they're biannual. Is that how you say it? Biannual. So what that means is when you plant the kale seeds, okay, the first year you're going to get the kale flower or the kale leaf, right? You get the leaves. And then if you allow them to overwinter, what's going to happen is it's going to produce flowers and go to seed. And then that's the year where you can save the seed. The first year, there's nothing to save the seed unless it bolts, okay? But if it doesn't bolt, then you have gorgeous kale leaves that you have to eat. All right, so this one, oh yeah, this one's really old. This planter, it's all busted. This guy land is amazing. All right, so now I'm just planting the gailan, which is Chinese broccoli. Dropping the seeds and spreading them around. I'll thin out seedlings if I have to. All right, and now the last one It's gonna be this little mini, maybe a mini cut and how do you say it? Oh my gosh. This mini cut and come again flower pot. So let's get the lettuce. And we're gonna get the arugula. Now, if you don't know what arugula looks like, you would think that it would look like lettuce seeds because it, you know, it looks like lettuce. But arugula seeds really look more like kale and collard greens. Just gonna sprinkle those around. All right. Now this is what the lettuce, the mixed lettuce, looks like lettuce. So it'll be a little surprise. I have no clue what is really in here. If it's these three, then that's fine. I really just want a cut and come again type of method of planting. Now I see the mosquitoes are starting to bite me, so that's my cue to just water everything and get myself back in the house. I'm not dealing with mosquito bites, and it's quite cool outside. Okay, so let me put this back in here. All right, so I'm just sprinkling a light layer of this potting mix on top. And I'm gonna pat it in so the seeds have contact with the soil. So that's one. I went by Home Depot yesterday. It's really weird. It was odd inside, and like they didn't have much, and in their garden section they didn't have flowers. And I thought my Lowe's was kind of crazy, but I don't really, you know, I don't brand favorite or anything like that, but they had no flowers. I'm like, where are your fall flowers? I really wanted to pick up a few fall flowers for this green stalk and put like one or two in the green stalk planter. Not a single flower, really. I mean, not gonna lie, like they had a few things, but compared to how they have all of the celosas or something and the mums and all these fall and winter flowers at Lowe's, there was nothing at all. I was really disappointed because it would have been nice to pick up a few things. So we have our things planted. Look at that. Thank you for taking the time for being with me today. And if you see me in this shirt again, it's because it's the same day and I'm just knocking out these videos, okay? Have a great day, everyone. Thank you for watching, and hit the thumbs up as you leave out the channel. Take care.